Blackjack is different from any other game in a casino. It can be beaten, but the casinos don't like it.
Gambling's about big money and good luck, and it's one of the favourite targets for hustling. We set up a casino night and invited a bunch of real people to come along and play. Alex and Paul are here to put their hustling skills to the test, and we've got our cameras in position to try to catch them at Casino Blackjack Scams. Blackjack, also known as 21, is one of the most popular casino card games in the world. Each player is dealt 2 cards, and the hand with the highest total wins, as long as it doesn't exceed 21.
Oh, Blackjack? Blackjack.
Tonight, the hustlers are on a winning streak.
Timing is everything.
They're betting big on the right hands and raking in the chips. The cards seem to be turning in their favour, but the rest of the players round the table aren't so lucky.
13, 5-13, too many. 14, I'll split the sevens.
I'll stand.
Stand on 14, 12.
14 and take a couple.
Card on 12. 21, 16, too many.
It's Paul's lucky day as he gets 2 more winning hands. Next round, and Alex is dealt blackjack, and Paul gets 2 aces. Lady Luck is certainly smiling down on our boys tonight.
Thank you very much.
The hustlers are turning the tables on the casino, but how exactly?
Blackjack is a game where the player plays against the dealer. The object is to get as close to 21 or less. Anything above 21 is a bust. There are various ways of beating the game. One of the most famous ones is called card counting. I'm going to explain to you how card counting works. I've got 2 piles of cards here. These are the very high value cards, so we've got kings, all the 10 value cards plus the aces. These are very good for the player. It means you can hit a lot of 20s, a lot of blackjacks, a lot of high values. These are the lower value cards, anything from the 9 all the way down to the 2. These are not so good for the player. So just to make it a little bit clearer, what I've done is the high value cards are all red on the back and the low value cards are all blue. I'm going to give these a shuffle. Okay, so this is what the deck looks like when the cards are mixed. So if I were to take some low value cards out, let's say I take these ones as well. Right now, the deck is actually quite favourable for the player because it contains a lot of high value cards. This means that Paul and I would be betting quite high right now because there's a higher percentage that we're going to hit 20s, blackjacks. Okay? Now if the reverse was true, if we take some of the high value cards out, give that a shuffle. So now the deck looks like this. This has got way too many lower value cards in it. This is where we would bet quite low.
So, rather than memorise all the cards individually, all the hustler needs to do is keep a mental tally of how many good cards, that's 10 and above, and how many bad cards between 2 and 9 have been dealt to know whether they've got good odds of getting the cards they want and winning the game.
Oh,
Blackjack.
sweet. Card counting is just the beginning. These systems can actually be much more complex. For example, there's shuffle tracking. This is where you map a shuffle. You look at the way that the dealers shuffle in a casino, and you see how the cards are dispersed after the shuffle.
So during the game, Paul uses a memory system to track the most valuable cards in the deck. Then he follows the shuffle, keeping an eye on the cards he wants. This technique can prove very accurate.
So here we have 6 decks. Now these have been played out, shuffled beforehand, and they're ready to be shuffled again. So if we bring in our dealer Serge, Serge is going to come in and take the 6 decks, and he's going to perform a classic casino shuffle. And he's going to split them into 6 individual packs. Now he does that, and he makes a horseshoe shape.
Remember, Paul has memorised the position of the high cards during the last round of play, so now he can track them.
Now what I'm doing is I'm watching as carefully as I can to see exactly where the high cards go. And he continues this until the decks are exhausted. So now that the 6 decks are shuffled, my job is to make a cut. Serge is going to hand me a cut card, and I'll be invited to cut the cards, deciding what cards come to the top. Now I'm going to make my cut around about here. Now this is the first group of cards that are going to be dealt from the shoe. Because we've tracked the shuffle, we've cut into a position that's very rich with good cards. In this case, the aces. And ace locating is one of the most dangerous blackjack systems in existence. So the more aces in this packet, the more we're about to win. There are 24 aces in a 6-deck shoe. Let's see how we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is great. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 aces out of a 6-deck shoe. That's exceptional.
21. 21, 20.
Thank you very much. The interesting thing about systems like this, ace locating, shuffle tracking, card counting, they use mathematical principles to tell you the quality of the cards in play, but they're not actually illegal. The casinos simply don't like you doing it.
It's what we call advantage play. You're simply taking an advantage by using your brain.
20s, 21s, blackjacks, you name it, he had it.
It's unusual because I know very well it is very difficult to win in blackjack.
Pretty much every hand, if not every other hand, he was winning. Got to be luck. Got to be luck. The way the cards have been drawn out, it's got to be luck.